2046 was a disappointing piece in the franchise, but Electronic Arts have redeemed themselves with Battlefield 6, which lets you start with disagreeing with your superiors, then a sudden ambush before rejoining your mates for proper combat. The game has a minimum requirement of 16GB RAM, Ryzen 5 CPU, and an RTX 2060 to get 30 FPS at 1080p, which has become the norm for all new titles. So what can we do to make an amazing impact on gameplay and frame generation? I'm Mr.CanIplay and welcome back to my channel where I do low spec gaming tutorials with the goal of being able to play any game on a low-end device. Now you can do two things to get more FPS and smoother gameplay, and that is to lower the in-game settings to very low and turn off ray tracing, which will help boost FPS. And this works well for those with old GPUs. If we look at the in-game settings, there are multiple options at your disposal to tweak as per your PC setup, the amount of frames you'd like to play, and even how bad you want your game to look visually. But the main difference comes when the graphics are broken, which is tip number 2, and that is to access the configuration file in My Documents Battlefield folder. Now it's not set in the usual order with all the graphics settings in one place and the rest in another, but a quick way to know what you need to change is to check the ones written as render, though not all of them should be changed. So you can set the numbers to as low as you'd like. Personally, I prefer 0. So what are some of the changes when compared to high settings? Texture quality for the level of detail applied to objects gives this smooth feeling of all rendered objects with up to no details. Terrain quality for the natural landscape and ground surfaces removes all kinds of details. Undergrowth quality for environmental objects like rocks and vegetation gives a rough texture to rocks and reduces the amount of vegetation. Lighting quality for light and shadows reduces visual fidelity and light effects. Reflection for visual realism of reflective surfaces gives a matte feeling on all reflective surfaces. Shadow quality for detailed shadows gives pixelated shadows, thus boosts FPS. With that, to get a smooth gameplay played at a smaller window that can be made to full screen using borderless gaming app without loss of scale.
Yo, this is BS. We build up all these cyber defenses, then Georgia says, ship out, we're giving the base to Pax Armada, and NATO just rolls over?
That's politics. NATO's not up to a fight with the worst PMC in Europe.
We are. Tag us in.
Look, I'd love to teach Pax a lesson, but if staying here might kick off World War III, I don't want it that bad.
Well, maybe Command's got a plan.
Incoming! Take cover! Defensive positions, Marines, now! We need our kit!
All our ships packed up! More dropping in. Bastards paid for this.
Why? Wait a few hours and the base would have been theirs anyway.
Why? We'll have to wait. Come on! Moving up! Stay on me!
There's gonna be more. Boss, we need to get undercover.
Pour ourselves some time. Let's get inside. Murphy, come on! On your feet, come on! Up, go, 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 go!
I'm okay! I'm okay!
Here's a no-go, but we got a ride!
That Berkeley?
Good, Murphy.
Good enough! Alright, Pax is focused on the base, but our mission hasn't changed. We protect those servers. We gotta secure Site 2 before Pax takes control.